Hello, my name is Josre and welcome to my channel. I talk about self-publishing, publishing as a romance author living in Nigeria, and I'm also a full-time 9 to 5 work, or actually 8 to 4 worker, and I just talk about juggling everything all and talk about my process, talk about my journey. Today I'm going to talk about how I pursue my creative dream while working a 9 to 5 job. Somebody's outside. I cannot. Your job is not your identity. Let me tell you something that used to keep me up at night. When I about to start my first full-time job, I was terrified because up to that point, I had all the time in the world to focus on my writing, to focus on my books, to publish and everything. And so I was terrified that having a full-time job meant I was giving up my dreams, that I would have to show up to work every day, and that somehow made me less of a writer, less of a creative. Like I was betraying this version of myself that had these goals that I will publish by 10 books by the time I'm 25, that I will have my own publishing firm by the time I'm 30. Yeah, I'm approaching 30 and that didn't happen. Instead, I clocked in, I had to respond to emails, I had to smile in meetings that could have been an email, and then I write, I film, I create, I still build my dreams, still pursue my goals just in the hours that I can. Because I've learned something. You don't have to be a starving artist. You don't have to pick one life over the other. I don't know where this term starving artist even came about. I imagine it must have been from someone who has never paid a bill, who has never had a bill to be paid. And to be honest, I'm too lazy to search up on the origin of the starving artist. You have to just take my word for it. Where was I? Right. You can pay your bills and still pursue your calling. You can pay your bills and still pursue that goal, that dream that you have. You can show up for your responsibility and still crave space to show up for yourself. And honestly, that's what I'm doing. And no, I'm not trying to climb this corporate ladder. The ladder I care about is the one that leads out of this soul crushing pit of working for someone else's dream. Because honestly, that's what you're doing when you are in an office space or whatever. You're working for someone else's dream. You're working to pay the bills and stuff, but you're just surviving. You're not really living. It's my creative work. That's what I'm pouring myself into. I don't really care about politics or what Mrs. Patricia from accounting thinks. I'm not really into that. I really don't have goals in terms of the corporate world at all. Like none. Because one day when I'm old and I'm gray and my back is hunched down and I'm talking like this, hopefully I'm sitting by the window somewhere reflecting on life. And I can tell you right now, I will not be thinking how, oh, I could have worked harder. I could have worked overtime to impress my boss. Oh, I could have fought for that promotion. No, my biggest regret, and I promise you, my biggest regret is that I didn't give myself the chance to see my dreams come true. I didn't give myself the chance to finish that book, to share that story, to build that word I've carried inside of me so long. This is actually my fear in life, that I will live to be 100 years old, and I will like, oh my god, I regret not pursuing my goals. That's why I'm doing everything I can, and that's why I'm so intentional, because I've seen what happens to people who are married to their jobs. I live in Lagos, and I see everybody just hustling and bustling and struggling, and they don't even have time for themselves. I hate Lagos. I hate Lagos. They give everything, they give their energy, give their best years, their identity, and then retirement. Or you are laid off. Maybe the company folds up and you're laid off. And suddenly they come to realize that they don't have a life. And all they have to show for themselves is probably a cheap plaque and a group email that says best wishes and a back pain I won't quit. I'm not waiting for retirement to leave. I am living right now in the margins, in the morning before work, in the evening, on the weekend, with whatever time I have, because my job is not my dream. There's this thing that makes, it's just my job, my office job, my corporate job is just something that makes sure I have electricity. why I chase my dream job. My dream job is to finally just be a full-time writer and don't have anything to do with yes sir, yes ma, let me get that file, and other stuff like that. If you're working 9 to 5 and your art is somewhere else, probably you are creative, you want to do something else, but you just have to pay the bills. I understand you're doing what you need to do to survive, to thrive. You're not a starving artist, you are a sustainable one. And you don't need to choose between paying the bills or building your dream. You can do both. It's not easy, but it's possible. I'm doing it right now, and so can you. Don't get married to your job. Your job should just be a layaway to pursue that dream. That's it for this video. I don't know why I'm just in a rant. Anyway, if you like what I said, like this video, like me talking all that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, comment, let me your thoughts, and let me see what kind of creative are you? Are you a writer? Are you a cobbler? And how do you juggle probably school or work with your creative goal? Thank you so much for watching video. Bye.